Hello everybody, you're here with Claudio Beauty with your host Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for tuning in. So today I'm excited. We're gonna do a Natasha Denona full look because I did get her new, I need a nude or I need a rose lipstick on the color, I need a rose lipstick, that's what it is, in the color Daphne. And so we're gonna be trying the full look and then end up with the lipstick. Although, if I do this correctly, I already posted the review of the lipstick itself. But I thought I would just do a full face of Natasha Denona because it's a love brand and because I have many of her products and because I wanted to try how the full look, full effect shows. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. All right, so the first thing, and I did get this brand new, never tried it before, never heard much about it. It is the Natasha Denona, the eyebrow shadow. Eyebrow shadow. I know she sells, there's like a full palette and there's like 5 or 6 of the shades. I guess that's for makeup artists. And so I was gonna order that, but you know, I love my pencils. That's what works for me the best. I know I have a lot of shadows and, you know, for eyebrows, and they don't really work for me because I have such a little amount of hair. So I do need the kind of pencil fill in. But I was so curious and they were on sale. They were 50% off. So I thought now or never. So I was gonna order the 5 so I can match my color, but then I thought it's too much. You know, I don't need all 5 colors. I was in between 2. So and I'm always in between those 2 because my whole life I had black hair. And so now obviously I have white and dark, you know, pepper hair. But the black has come down a little bit. So now I'm like 3 shades down. It's almost like a dark brown, but it's not brown, so charcoal. I don't know. So my eyebrows though are very, very light and they do sometimes have some red in it or blonde. I don't know, but they never have matched my black hair. And actually people thought that I colored my hair back on the day because my eyebrows were light. So there you have it. Now it's my real hair, it's diminished. But I don't know, did they match? And I apologize, today's bare day face, which you know I do not enjoy or like greeting you like this. So I should be careful with so much close-ups, huh? All right, because I have nothing in my hair. Oh, did I? No. Oh yeah. I apply a little bit of foundation. Did I forget about that? Oh my God, is this times? Yeah, so I applied a little bit earlier today. So I have some of my beloved, which had forgotten since I started YouTube, but this was the one that I used to use every day. This is a Dewdrop Foundation, Surratt, number 3. I did apply this, oh my God, I forgot. Okay, so I have bare skin with this on, so I don't have such a bare skin. Oh my God. Ay, Dios mío, those kind of lagoons memories scare a little bit. I think it's the times. I think it's happening to a lot of people. I seen it. Has it happened to you? Is it happening to you? Well, I wouldn't say I hope it does, but it does make me feel better. You know, what did they say? Misery likes company or something like that. No. I'm just kidding. I just want company with you guys in light and happiness and good moods. Good moods because I love doing this and you probably love watching. So, I mean, not just me, but YouTube. Otherwise, why would you be here? I mean, I love watching YouTube. I mean, I'm getting myself in trouble. We're talking about the shade, okay? The shade. So go back to it. So I was in between the brunette, more darker medium, and this is called Auburn. Yes, and I don't know why I asked for Auburn. Maybe because I saw it more grayish, maybe because I saw it, I don't know what I thought. I think Look, one of my favorites, oh now it's out of place. One of my favorite eyebrow pencils, as you know, if you've been with me, which now I can't find, oh here it is the Chanel. And I have mentioned that I discovered this on a trip. And I was on a trip, I forgot my eyebrow pencil, I went into the counter, and this was the only color they had. So they said, it's not your color, but that's the only one we had. And I said, I'll take it, because there's nothing that I enjoy the most than framing my eyes with the eyebrow. So this is color 30 from Chanel. And if you notice the color, I mean, when I first saw it, now it seems very familiar to me. But let's do just one swipe. This is one swipe. When, to me, from black hair, remember, and I always got like Auburn's darker eyebrows, this was too light, almost blondie, right? Well, not blondie, but you know what I mean. And so, but I've been loving it. I mean, look, it's used and works for me. And so, especially now with the pepper hair. So, when I was looking at the Natasha Denona, all of that to come back to this, seriously, guys. All right. Well, hopefully all of that was useful to you. How I got to this color and why this color works for me. That's where I wanted to go. So hopefully this color, even though it looks very light. So let's swatch it. I don't think swatching it with the finger will do justice because it's an eyebrow product. But what I'm doing now, oh my God, that's too light. So I'm using this brush, which is like super duper heavy duty for eyebrows. This is from Benefit. Here it is, Benefit. And if you don't know this brand, they sell it at Ulta and Sephora. Benefit has great eyebrow products. They have like the gel, the powder, the pencil, I do have some of their pencils and I did use it for a very long time. Anyhow, this is a very good brush. So I am swatching it with the brush because that's how I'm gonna use it, but I don't know if this is gonna make it, you see, is this one. It's even lighter, right? I mean, it's even, I don't know, what would you call this? They call it Auburn because it has some reddish or, anywho, let's try it out. That's where we're going with it. How long did it took me to get there? Okay, so, oh, I thought it was gonna be nothing. You can see the difference, right? I mean, I'll watch it after because I'm seeing a difference. Oh, great. So does that mean I did order the right color? I think so, because if I had gone to the next one, which that's what I was looking for, it's kind of a medium brown, kind of like a brunette. I don't know if that's what it's called. I didn't order that one for everything I just explained, but also because I don't like when the tone goes very brown, because that shows in my face right away because I don't have brown in my hair. I have grayish. So there's a little bit of difference between brown and gray. It's not just going dark, lighter. Oh my God, Natasha Denona? Nobody talks about this. Nobody, I haven't seen anybody talking, not even herself, really. I mean, I don't blame her. She has such a great products and they're all bestsellers. You know, her palettes and the way she chooses her palettes and the way she has been going from a big palette to narrowing to smaller shades. I mean, she is listening to us all. Everything we say, you know, we want more affordable, we want less, we want smaller. So she came with her minis, then she came with her 5 eyeshadow palettes, then she came with the full palettes, which we're gonna work with today because I pull out, I think, the retro. Oh, and I have this. I am impressed. Now, I don't know if she has a pencil, but look at the difference. Holy moly guacamole. Now I wish I was all made up so you can really appreciate the change on the eye, made up eye with an eyebrow. But at least you can really see the difference bare skin, well, with foundation. So guys, I love this eyebrow shade and nobody talks about it, and I'm actually happy I'm talking about it at the beginning of the video because I know a lot of you jump around and sometimes don't get to the end. That's okay, that's okay. I do that too. So I'm glad you got to see at least this. All right, so moving on. And I'm gonna go and equalize the other one and then we'll continue. I'll be right back. So I'm back. I sort of put it really quick all together. At the end, we'll go back and do a little bit more if I need to add, depending on how the eye look comes about. And then of course, don't forget to always brush it. And then we also will consider if we add some gel, either the clear, you know, is my favorite, or the Tom Ford, which is my big time favorite. We'll see, it all depends. But so far, love it. I wonder if you guys have tried it and if you guys have the darker colors, what do they look like? Because I don't think I have seen swatches or anything. Nobody talks about this thing. Nobody that I know. All right, let's continue. The second thing that I was dying to wear, because you know I don't like to be bare skin and right now it's bothering me. Let's see which brush. I'm gonna use the Rougher 24. This is a wonderful, wonderful brush. I mean, I have had several of the Reffers, and but this is the one that I just love it. I mean, this is the one that I would pay money, you know, it is one of those that, because, you know, a must have, because it's very concise. So if there's a blush that I just wanna do that instead of doing that, this works because it's so compact. But it also works with cream, and it works in this way that I'm saying, that you can just barely touch or barely apply, so it helps you put a little less and yet pick up enough product because of the concise. And I just love, I don't know what it is about it, but it works. So I haven't used this in a while. I think I only used this once. This is in Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. The reason being is because I did find it a tiny bit dark for my skin and too brown. However, today, because I want to put a little more pinkish, I don't know, I just feel like brown. I also have some of her pink love or whatever for the thing, but I don't know, I just feel, even though I'm wearing pink, I just feel like brown. What can I tell you? I felt like a little bronzing, and because we also have here the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush. I don't know if this is discontinued, you can still get it, but I didn't find any bronzing here. And this is what it made me think of this. So what I'm considering doing is we're gonna start with this, and then if I need to add a little bit of pink, we'll use the other one. All right, all right, all right. Okay, I don't wanna mumble too much, but this one has a little bit of this, and so here is the cream. This is cream. I'm not sure that's a cream. Let me touch it. No, it's not cream, but I think it goes on top of the cream. So the other one is Glow Cream Base. Well, there you go, it says cream. All right, the other one say, one it says Glow, one it says Blush and Bronze Powder. So I guess you put this cream and then this is the actual sort of blush. This one is a little bit of glow. So we're gonna put this one first and then we'll see where it goes. I think this might be too dark. We'll see, we'll play. So I'm using the cream one. I haven't warmed it up, but there it is. There's enough, right? And I am just looking for a little bit of bronzing effect. And lately I saw her, not with this product, but I saw her, Natasha Denona, doing something like this on a little bit of brown. Which I like. I wanted to do it, so I just did it. Okay, so I am liking it so far. And it's interesting because, like I said, when I first got this product, I hadn't started my YouTube channel. And since the YouTube channel, I've been appreciating the peach and browns a little more. I don't know why. When it was without the channel, my everyday, I appreciated pinks more. I thought they lifted me more. But since I started seeing myself in video, go figure, I'm liking a little more tan. I'm liking a little bit more color. So I haven't been socially very out there, so I'm not sure if the reaction of people is that I look a little duller with the peach and browns than the pinkish, right? But so far, I've been enjoying it quite a bit. And so look, I'm even liking this now. And I remember when I tried it, I thought it was too brown, like I said. And so here it goes. Okay, all right, good enough. I just wanted some bronzing. Yeah, I might need a little bit more pink as we go along, but bronzing, we definitely want. I'm gonna put a little bit in my eyes, just because I wanna bring this color up here, right? All right, so let's continue. I'm not gonna apply this yet, we'll see. We're gonna put the eyes, and I don't wanna make a very complex eyes, but enough color. Retro palette. So we're gonna do a simple so we don't take forever. I already see the time, and I'm always complaining about the time. I should stop referencing to it, right? I mean, if we're having fun and we're enjoying ourselves, what does it matter? But let's do something simple here. Woo! This is interesting. I haven't pulled this out in a while. So something very simple. The first thing, of course, I'm gonna go with my, oh look, I just pulled another refer. This is a little bit on the flat compared to some of the Wayne Goss, which are a little more pointier. I think I prefer the pointier part. And I don't know if refer has a more pointier. It definitely has a more blurring for the crease. Like this one, and this is 16, this one is 16, and this one is 13. I'm gonna use this one right now because it's the one I pull out, but I would prefer something like this, but on this size. Why? Because of my hoodiness. I have small hair, you know, and I like that kind of thing. Of course, this is very useful. I do use this one, but just FYI, and Wayne Goss does have that, which I really appreciate. So, all right, let's move on with number 13, refer. So I guess refer is calling me because I keep pulling their stuff, right? So we're gonna use right now, I'm in between Vivian or Andy. This is Vivian and this is Andy. Those are the ones that are calling me. Vivian is a little on the light. Let's put Andy, which is a little more rusty pink. And I am noticing, even though I put a little bit of my foundation, and I did apply a little bit into my eyelids, they're looking a little brown today. You see the orangey? I mean, it looks like I have eyeshadow already. No, guys, that's my, that's my coloring coming through. All right. So far, so good. You can see the difference, orangey, more mauve. I like this Andy color. Absolutely, I do. Oh, I forgot. You know, with Natasha Denona, I like to put a little bit of primer in my eyes. Too bad I didn't do it this time. Just because it protects my eyes from the product a little bit. I have very sensitive eyes and they turn red. And also because the colors look amazing with a primer. You know, these are made, Natasha Denona is a makeup artist, and of course, she does things well, and she likes, I noticed this, makeup artists really like products that when you apply them, they look like they show, like they're supposed to, like, no, this translucent, depending on your skin, it changes the color, the way it looks. And I think it has to do with pictures. And, you know, if a makeup artist is doing a model for a picture and then you take the picture and the colors look different than in real life, you know, there's a whole curve of knowing what you're doing, and it becomes more difficult, and then it depends on the undertone or the tone of the skin of the model. So I can see why they like to put a primer, so it neutralizes and you start from a white canvas and the colors do what they're supposed to. And I see why they care about the colors translating into camera the way they're supposed to. And I'm thinking of Lisa Eldridge and her lipsticks and the big fuss about them and why they're so awesome. Velvet covers the whole thing. Because I think it's because of that. Because when you take pictures or camera or you see it close, it covers and it does what it's supposed to, and then you don't have to fuss too much with it according to the person wearing it. You just have to tame it to the coloring so it looks great on the person, but you don't have to be concerned about if the color does what it's supposed to. You know what I mean? So I'm making it very simple. I put Andy there. I'm gonna put a little bit, well, there's this psychedelic, right? If we want a little bit of shine, which we do. I do feel like having some sparkling on, but we have used that in the past. It's always the same, you know, the lightest, but it looks great. But, you know, we have this, we have that, we have this. I don't feel like this. This is a little more brown. And I'm sorry I'm doing, and this one has a little shine too. I'm doing all this with you guys in camera, but let's do a little bit of that. Just, oof, this glitz. I think this, yeah, let's put a little glitz. I'm using the same brush. I could use another one that looks more flat, but hey, I am this kind of person. Yes, I am. If I could do everything with one brush, I would. Sometimes you do need more and they get stained and they get, you know, you need a clean brush, etc., which we will get in a second. But sometimes you don't. And with this kind of very easy sort of look, I mean, you don't have to be very precise. Natasha Denona is, I have learned, amazing in doing like, I mean, I did a look with 7 shades and she has very precise brushes. Oh, I should be using her brushes, duh. Very precise brushes to do a line and then put a different color on top of it. I mean, it just makes everything look beautiful. So the next thing, I don't want to just leave it there. You know what I just was called to, this purplish, I haven't used it, is Swing. So I'm going to apply a little bit. Now I'm using a Sonia G flat because I'm not sure if I'm, oh, I just put my inside my eye. I don't know if I am lining. I guess now I am lining. And deepening the outer corner. And I kind of did a wing there with all. That's not exactly what I was thinking, but it is how it's working out. I'm fine with it. You see? Little winky. I am gonna bring it up a little bit here. What do you guys think? Little minimalistic, right? But that's the mood I'm in today. Not very heavy, not very intrinsic. Just, and if you notice, I'm not going above here as I usually do. I want to stay just in the outer corner. I actually went a little bit too far up. So let's apply the bluffer. Yeah. And always dragging it out here, not down, not up, 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 up. I don't care if it dirties up here, as long as it doesn't dirty down here. And yeah, that's lovely. I think it needs a little darkening in that edge, a little bit more. What do you guys think? Okay, bluff, bluff, bluff. All right. And we need to put a little bit in the bottom. And for the bottom, I'm gonna use, oh, okay. I'm gonna put Amaranth. It's a little in the redder burgundy. I'm just curious. Maybe I'll mess it up. Maybe. Did I mess it up? No, right? I'm bringing it up a little bit just to tighten it, but I'm just applying it right on the outside, not all the way or anything. Right? And you know, just out of curiosity, I'm still using the Amaranth. I'm gonna put a little bit in here. I saw Natasha Denona in one of her tutorials. She does something like that, that puts it over here. and over here. So the look, I don't know, so something happens that it all comes together. And I don't know about you, but I like it. It's coming down together. And I'm gonna apply a little bit more of the glitz. I can't believe I put glitz. I was scared of the glitz, but I think it's subtle and it's nice. The glitz is this. And see, I think it's a little subtle. The sparkles a little less than that. It's a little more pinkish, but nice, right? Very nice. All right, so of course we need to put the blush. So I'm gonna equalize the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, so I am back. So I made my other eye and I added mascara. That's all I added. Mascara, here it is. Climax Extreme. I really like this mascara. It's so comfortable in the eyes. It's so light in the eyes, and yet I think it gives a little drama. And and I added a little bit of the Tom Ford gel eyebrow. Yes, I did. I love that thing. I hope they bring it back. I hope if they reformulate, it's as good as this one. But nevertheless, you know, I always make it in conjunction with a pencil, and this time we did it with the Natasha Denona I eyebrow shade, which I think is pretty, I would say pretty damn good, but pretty good. So I did my eyes. Look how nice, and they look formal. They made up. They enhance my eyes. They're subtle, but there's something. There you go. So this palette is a favorite, and amongst YouTubers, amongst daily life, and it's definitely one of my favorites for sure. Now we haven't finalized the look. Let's slow it down. So I do want to put a little bit. I wish I had it. I'm gonna order it. The mini duo, the rose cheek. I'm gonna order that one. I don't have it because these ones are a little. I like them. I guess I'm gonna use this one. There's also that one. I'm gonna use this one. It has a little pink, but the other one is rose, right? So we like that. We like that, and I don't have it. The one that I used to have, or have, of her little pinkish, you know, but this is too much. I think it's too orange. So we're just gonna use a little bit of this. Let's see. I'm gonna use a little bit of the cream. And this is a lot, so we're gonna try a little bit easy. Oh no, I'm telling you, this brush makes a whole difference. I don't know if you saw the video of the luxury started kit that I participated on with Michelle Wang and Angela Monrose. In there, I mentioned, they asked if it makes a difference to have luxury brushes. And I'm telling you it does, especially with this. I mean, I can promise you, even if you use a sponge, even if you use, whatever you use with this, it makes a big difference with this product. So, especially if you're light as me and you have to maneuver the amount of coloring, this is great because I'm just barely touching and I'm barely touching it. And you can't do that with many of the other brushes. It just doesn't work that way. And this is big enough, not tiny little bit, because I have one for cream blushes that is tiny. But it will take longer or a lot more dabs because this one is cream blush, but it's not like the pots, like the Chanel or the Peau or the Tower 28. Anywho, you know what I mean. Brushes make a whole difference, but look how beautiful. And of course we need to put a little bit of highlight. Yes, we do. Natasha Denona 14. And we're gonna go with, I want this color. So it's a little golden, pearly. Let's see. Yeah. This one's do shine. It's not like some that I'm used to from like the Peau or things that just smooth this. No, this one has sparkle. I don't know, is this still a trend? You know, we got to a point that it was sparkle. And now we're all into the barely there sort of makeup. Everything is so light and nude. That I'm wondering if we're still gonna have a little bit of this sparkle, or I mean, all of us that bought all the sparkles, because I have a lot of highlighters, we need to fight this because we need to stay with this trend a little bit longer. So at least we can get to use these products a little bit longer. Come on, guys. And why not? Sparkle in your life. I don't know why I'm doubting that. I think we're going into the nude, barely there, not so much sparkle. I have a feeling. Well, it's not a feeling, I'm seeing it, right? But we'll see. We're still fighting. We still, see, we're in YouTube and I'm still choosing to put sparkle. So, you know, now I am an influencer. Yes, I don't have that many subscribers yet, but thank you all for being here with me. Thank you all for helping. But we all become influencers because of that. You need to finalize with the new I Need a Rose lipstick, new formula. And if you want to see the comparisons I made of this new formula with, I don't much compare the formulas. I'll tell you my thoughts, but swatches with other neutral colors of Natasha Denona. Please, I'll link the video down below. And for now, let's apply. Sorry for all the noises here. Click, clack, loop, clack, clack. It's just to make it a little interesting. We need to wake up a little bit. All right, I need to wake up a little bit. And by the way, every time I say you, it's sort of, yes, I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to me, seriously. The other day I saw a video I placed on pondering, and at the end I'm like all this recommendations, suggestions, and I mean, when I rewatch it, I'm like, oh my God, those are for me. So it's like me talking to me. So I apologize if I was like, oh, you should do this. Yeah, I should do that too. Never doubt that. Okay, so I am applying this color. And if this is the first time you hear about this, I Need a Rose lipstick. It is a little, it seems as it's applying a little drier into the skin and to the lips, but it feels creamy. But it is sort of a little thicker in application, but not thicker once you have it in your lips. Does that make sense? It reminds me, like when I do this, it's not like it goes everywhere because it's so oily, but it doesn't feel drying or anything like that. I think they did it for more long lasting or maybe more protective of the lips. And I don't know if it's a new technology and it's throughout, they all discovered it at the same time or something, because it reminds me of the new Dior balms. That kind of course, those you have to swipe several times in your lips so it can build up the color. But I'm talking about the texture itself. It sort of feels similar. Not the same, but similar. This one feels in application a little thicker, but once you have it in your lips, I don't feel it. So that's interesting. I don't feel like a thick thing, but when I'm applying, it feels like that. It's interesting. So let's apply a little bit of gloss. It has a scent. It doesn't smell like Chanel or Clé de Peau, or I feel so elegant. It has a scent, it smells nice. Did I hear Natasha Denona say Menti? Maybe no, the other ones. The other, she has another one. I'm very bad with names. This one's the Lip of Euphoria. These ones have a little bit of mint to it. These ones don't. They do have some kind of a scent, very lightly, but almost none. I actually prefer a little scent. Well, maybe not. I like both, depending. This one don't have a big scent or flavor unless you put your nose to it. There you have it. This one seems more, it's supposed to have color, but seems more like if it was clear, right? It's just lovely every day. I'm telling you, the trend is going for this very natural, subtle, soft, romantic. This is the final look, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed being with me. Thank you so much for showing up, for your support, for your comments. And I guess if you're new to my channel, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do at this moment. Please ring the bell on the right hand corner. Thumbs up And please comment below, suggest comments, tell me if you like the look, tell me if you like the new trend. Oh, I know that. Tell me if you like the trends of highlighting, sparkly, or this nude, barely there sort of thing. I'm interested. What am I gonna do with all the highlights? Still gonna fight for tiny highlights for a little bit. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.